this week we are taking a break on the mom's experiment, and we're going to see what the difference is in 2 weeks instead of just one. And we are going to bring back the pole vault series on the science behind pole vault. So since we didn't do it last week, so we talked about the science behind pole vault just in general, with the pole and everything. So we are now going to talk about the science behind the plant. The plant is when the pole, okay, hypothetically, this is the pole, this is the box, so it's what you put your pole in. So when you plant and then the person swings up, that's the plant, okay? So they're running like this, and when they flip their pole down. I guess I could show you a video. So we are going to talk, okay, right here, that's the plant, that part right there. Okay, that's kind of really bad lighting, but we're going to go through that, and we can use this video. This is a new one. So this part, that is the plant. Okay, there's a big issue in this plant, actually. And I'm actually injured because of my plant, to be honest, so I know it's crazy. So when you plant, the most important thing is your top arm. So if you're righty, it's your right hand, and if you're lefty, it's your left hand. But your top arm has to be straight up and down, right next to your ear, and it's got to be straight. It cannot be bent. Okay. And what is our issue here? My top arm is not straight. But if you think about the pole, if you plant with your arm bent like this, your arm's not going to be able to fight the pole with your arm bent unless you're super strong. So what's going to happen is the pole's going to straighten you out, and it's going to push your arm back like this, and it's going to get you underneath the pole. And so I'll show you a picture of that. So now I'm underneath the pole, and that is pulling all of these muscles, and this is actually what's injured right now because it's pulled it so many times. Another big important thing is, see this bottom arm? So it's the one that's got a white sleeve on it. It needs to be straight, okay? It's a little bit bent. It's really hard to get straight so this arm is what's stopping you from getting under the pole, and it's allowing you to push. This arm is going to push the pole that way, so it bends, okay? I am 5'2", and my pole that I'm using in this video is 11'6", but I'm going to be on a 13-foot pole this year. So yeah, that's a big difference. I'm not able to just stand and jump 13 feet, right? So I'm going to need to use the pole. So this arm's going to push it and bend it so that I can jump and get up in the swing, okay? If your arm is bent like this, I don't think I have a video, but if your arm's bent, you're not going to be able to swing because there's going to be no bend and nothing pushing against it. It's just going to get you under the pole, and you're going to not make it into the pit. So when you plant, your arm has to be straight, and this has to be pushing. And if it's bent, you're not getting that energy to be able to go through the pole, because it would be like this. Your pole would just go dink, and it wouldn't keep going this way because there's no momentum pushing it that way. Okay, because if your arm is bent, even both of them, the only thing that's going to swing you up is your legs, and your legs can only do so much. And once they get past your hips, they're done swinging. So it's really a lot of your arms. Okay, so also, I'll show you. That is the majority of the plant. So I'm underneath the pole because my back is arched. You can tell that. I'm underneath the pole because my arm was bent. It's now almost straight because the pole has straightened it out, but it's now behind my ear instead of right above my ear. My bottom arm is pretty much straight, but that is the reason that I was able to complete the vault, which I'll show you. Press play. I was able to push with that arm so that I could complete the vault. But yeah, if I was just using my legs would have stopped right here, and the pole wouldn't have been bent, and it wouldn't have keep pushing me that way. Does that make sense? I hope so. So the plant is probably your main thing that you're thinking about science, because it is the force from your run, because you have to take that momentum into your run, and you don't really want to stop when you plant, because a lot of people think run, plant, jump. That's not it. It's like you need to run into your plant. So it's like you almost want to continue running, and so you keep that momentum to go up. And so you run into your plant, straight top arm, straight bottom arm. But another issue is when you get up in the swing, you have to collapse that arm. So it's just a lot of timing things, but you have to have those forces acting on each other, or you're just gonna not be able to get up. Your pole's gonna stay straight and it's not gonna bend. So yeah, that is the science behind the plant. And I think it is really important for pole vaulters to understand the science behind pole vault in general, because it's going to make you understand the vault and what you can do without having to put in not a lot of effort. But if you're more knowledgeable about how the pole works, how it bends, I feel like it's going to be easier for you to focus on the things that you need strength and you need speed and all that stuff for, because you understand the dimensions of pole vault. So yeah, I hope you had fun learning about the plant, and I will see you later. XOXO.